Hey gamers, Muckluck Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire the Fourth here, and today I want to talk about bugs. Calm down, Goric. I love Guild Wars 2. It is, in my opinion, the most perfect MMO, however, it is not perfect in and of itself. It has bugs like any other games, and today I'd like to shine a spotlight on a few of them in the hopes that it may help get them fixed. I do this out of love for the game, and if we are fortunate enough to see these fixed, I will update the video's title in the future. Today's topic is the Warrior. So the main bug is that it exists. Delete this. Bug number 1. Gun, Saber, and Dragon Trigger are not listed in the skills menu of the training tab. For a long time, Celestial skills on Druid and Shroud skills on Necromancer were not here either, and it was a pain for new players to read these tooltips. That was eventually fixed, but these skills on Warrior are not here, and cannot be read easily when not in combat or without opening the wiki. Would love to see those listed here among the other weapons. 2. The visual effects on Bleedsworn's UI when they go into weeb stance are off a little bit. I know it is a small thing, but like a steering wheel in a pirate's belt buckle, it drives me nuts. The blinking notification lets you know that you need to press a dragon slash is slightly off. Much like the untamed green overlay that was on their health bar not lined up for quite some time. The untamed thing has been fixed, this still needs to be. Number 3. The warrior skill Crack Shot reads thusly. It is a bit misleading in what it does. It says it enhances the one skill of various weapons, but also reduces the cooldowns by 20%. This is strange because most weapons' one skill have nearly no cooldown. It is probably a remnant from when this skill used to reduce cooldowns of all skills on these weapons by 20%. So the text should probably be removed related to the cooldown reduction. Additionally, the cooldown reduction appears to still be applying to one single skill, Rifle 4. According to the wiki, in June 27th of 2023, this trait no longer reduces the cooldown of rifle, longbow, and harpoon gun skills, so this is probably a remnant of that. Number 4. Kick says it travels 300 distance. However, when I use another skill that moves 300 distance, I can connect with the target. But when I use Kick, which is supposedly 300 range, it consistently stops just short of the target. I've replicated this many times and believe its range is closer to 250 to 275, and it needs to be checked. Number 5, Signet of Fury is instant cast, so it should not interrupt other skills, yet it does interrupt them and has an animation. So it does have a short unlisted cast time. Signet of Stamina recently had the same issue fixed, but Signet of Fury still needs the same treatment. Number 6, Longbow Burst triggers traits related to spending adrenaline even if it does not hit any targets. However, other weapon bursts do not trigger traits unless they hit a target. I'm not sure which one of the two is a bug, but it is inconsistent. Number 7, the Scorched Earth Longbow Primal Burst does not activate the Burst Precision Arms Grandmaster trait at all. Number 8, last one for this batch, Flurry, the sword burst skill, appears to have a lot of issues with its tooltips. At first it shows a half-second cast time with 9 hits doing 9 bleed stacks, but after you gain a bar of adrenaline it changes to a 2-second cast time, which is 4 times the previous tooltip, with 9 hits and 6 bleed stacks. Then with 2 adrenaline it drops down to a 1.75 second cast time with 10 hits and 7 bleed stacks. Then if you go full adrenaline, the cast time remains 1.75 seconds, but it drops from 10 hits down to 8, but gains a bleed stack going from 7 up to 8. I don't know if this is an issue with the skill and practice, or specifically the tooltips, or both, but there is definitely something weird going on here. The skill should not be getting weaker when you go from 2 adrenaline to 3. That's it for now. I want to finish by saying I used to work in QA, so I totally get how hard it can be to pin some of these down. I was submitted dozens and dozens of bugs that people told me about, but these are just the ones for Warrior that I was able to easily reproduce myself. I actually got one funny submission that if I beat a centaur with a gun stock, the gun would go invisible, but it was not able to replicate that, so now I just have angry centaurs. If this video is well received and I get other submissions that I can replicate, I would love to do more of these, respectfully, but we'll see how it goes from here. Happy bug squashing!